Hello everybody, and welcome to a new video by Daniel's Videos and etc. Yes, I have not been making videos in a while, partially because I just didn't have any new ideas and I didn't feel like making any. But that does not matter right now. What matters now is I feel like making it and I'm gonna do it. And also, be sure to be subscribed to see the final complete video for my PC build. So yeah, you are going to see that coming up soon. But anyway, the main particular video part of this is to the unboxing for the Holga HolgaGLO 120N camera. This is a green, neon green flavor, color. And it's basically your 120N Holga, except it's green. And there's all the different colors you can get. It says it glows under black light, and it's probably only black light only. It doesn't glow in the dark. It glows under a black light. Doesn't have that stuff. I'm also going to be unboxing the other accessories that you can get with the camera, such as the Holga Flash. That guy, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll also be, there's going to be a lot. So in addition to that flash, we'll also be seeing another flash, this miniature one, the fisheye lens. You'll also be seeing the close-up lens set, the macro lens set, the color filter set. I got a lot. Soft surround set. I know you can't see them on the bottom, at least you can zoom out. Or yeah, that's better. Still not done yet. The split image filter set. Still got more. Lens filter holder. And last but not least, I'm just kidding, no. We also got the shutter release set. Not going to be unboxing, but just brief history of the Fujifilm FP100C instant film. And the following will go with it. The instant Holgaroid film holder for Holga 120 cameras, produced by A-Power. This may be shown in another video, but we will be unboxing it. It's like how it's used. We're just going to be unboxing all these stuff. I'm not going to go into great detail on how it all works. First up on our list of our mini parts list, this will be divided from camera, then to camera to flash, then from flash to lenses and filters, and anything related to that, and then like all the extra accessories like the shutter release, the film, and the instant film holder. So we're going to be unboxing first our Holga 120N. Here it is in its glory. It's nice and green. This is the HolgaGLO 120N. It is the limited edition 30th anniversary Holga. There's some pictures taken by, I guess, this camera. I don't know if it's really this camera, but it's photos by Adam Rasoipi. I don't really know how to pronounce that. It says HolgaGLO. I don't know if this is a lomography kind of camera. I don't know what it comes with, but except for the bottom, I'll tell you what it comes with. Sorry. Limited edition HolgaGLO, glows under black light. It's the supposedly this is the 30th anniversary edition. This is 30 years of this camera existence. And here it is. It's brief, intro. Probably will be doing what it says down here. Grab it, load it, and say, "I shoot things, Holga." It says it uses 120 film, which is not included. But what is included is the camera itself, camera strap, lens cap. I will be telling you something about that strap in a moment. Holga manual and 2 medium format size masks. The thing about the camera strap is they clip onto these sides of the camera, and this is notorious for all Holgas, but these clips actually hold the back plate that actually keeps the film covered in place. So the strap, since they attach to the top of those, it can most likely fall off when you have this thing around your neck, the back plate, because it's like the one thing away from keeping your film getting destroyed is these metal clips, and by putting on a camera strap you're endangering your film from total exposure. What else do we have? There's a big Holga text in all caps, barcode, made in China of course, or else it wouldn't be such a great camera. And yeah, alright, let's go ahead and unbox it. I haven't seen any unboxings for this kind of camera, so I guess I'm the first or whatever. So I already pulled the tab off. I guess there's no tape holding it. Oh, there's something making it not move. Oh, never mind. Alright, so there we are greeted with the top of the camera. It's kind of out of place. It's got its black turn wheel. Alright, it's going to be an issue pulling this out. Alright, there we go. Oh, jeez, something in the wedge. So here's the camera. It's stuck with these things around the holder. Unhook. Alright. Yay! So here's the camera itself. It's got the shutter. It's really nice and sturdy. There's the bulb setting. Oh geez, okay. The funny thing about this, making sure that works, I can see the shutter. The funny thing about this camera is this thing feels a lot more sturdier than the one I borrowed from my school. That's the one I used to see how it works and kind of play around with it, and that's the camera that got me interested in using these. The funny thing is it's much more sturdier and more strong feeling than the one I borrowed from school, but I guess it's because it's newer. I think this is from 2012 since it's the 30th anniversary edition, and it said on the box it was introduced in 1982. So it could be the 2012, so it's only 2 years old. I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple, or just open the shutter to make sure it's working. I see the red light. Now I'm gonna do bulb mode. Yep. So I can see through this window right here that the shutter is working fine, both under bulb mode and normal mode. Now for a little bit of back history, these cameras, of course, they were introduced in 1981. That's the box says 82, but I heard Wikipedia calls it 81. But these were introduced mainly for like cheap photography. If you didn't have the money to buy an SLR professional camera at the time of the 80s, then you get one of these. And these became like a very wide popular. They became very popular for the way they take pictures, especially for their effects and their light leaks mainly, and they earned a very wide culture following, pop culture, whatever's. And all of it here is manual. This is just a pass-through. You have to guess when taking a picture. There's no light meter. This is just the regular version. This is the N. There's no flash, so you get a shoe mount. This is the film advance lever. And to turn this is adjust the focus from infinity to family gathering or group or whatever, family picture, and portrait picture. And the infinity setting is used with the macro lenses and the close-up whatever's lenses. Here are the clips that hold the thing into place. They feel sturdy. You can see the pass-through just is a pass-through. You can see through it. Taking the picture won't do anything. By the way, the camera that I borrowed from my school actually has a built-in flash, so where the sticker would be is actually where the flash is. And this all right here would have the indicator for if the flash is ready and the switch to turn it on and off, and there would be no shoe mount. I actually do have that camera right here. I'll put it as a side-by-side comparison. So here's the camera from my school compared to the one that I have. This one's a lot more heavier than this. I don't know if it's because of the flash unit. It also has batteries in it. And it's, yeah, basic things. I'm pretty sure the parts are interchangeable, but here again, like I said, there's the all operating switches, the lights, and the for the flash, and no shoe mount, so similar. And this is the Holga 120FN, by the way. So normally to fix these problems with this latch, you put tape over it, like I just saw right here with the blue tape. You put tape over it to make sure it wouldn't fall out. You could also use Velcro or something like that. But yeah. So like I said, they were introduced in '81, and yeah, they gained a very good pop culture following, and like these are like, by 2001 they've sold like 3 million of these cameras, so they're popular. For the photography idea. So let's go ahead and open this flap. Alright, so we are greeted here with a notebook. It says Holga on it. Interesting manual. It's very colorful. Don't want to go through this in vast detail. They actually put the definition of Holga. Holga, verb with an object, without an object, to play. I'm going to Holga around with it to artistically capture image. I can Holga everything I think is beautiful. A plastic toy camera. I used a Holga to try to shoot my friend's wedding. Nick. Modified, quirky, hip, or cool. These new silly brands are Holga. Nick. Modified or personalized. Wow, your bedroom is definitely Holga. Nick. I wonder if they refer to that being cheap. Now, this looks just like the manual I read on this website. It's called Free, like, Photo or something like that. And the website has an HTML version of this manual. It's, like, laid out much more neatly. It looks pretty much the same thing. Like, this page here, this is a generic manual, I believe. I guess this can be for any camera. This one talks about the different kinds of Holgas you can buy. Like, this is the stereoscopic 3D Holga, and this is the, I think, pinhole stereoscopic 3D. Yeah, that's the pinhole. It says right here. But yeah, that is the manual. And there's a small QR code. I should look that up. I'm going to bring this around a little bit so you guys can see it. So we got our camera, we got our manual. Now for what's inside this, I don't know. Alright, what else? We got some flashcards. Oh, this is the official manual for the camera. As you can see, it's not pretty, it's text. It says 120 series medium format operation instructions. This is a generic manual as well. This can be packed with any. It says the manual for model 120N, model 20GN, which is the camera with, it's either the regular version or the regular version with a glass lens. And they also have the flash version and the glass flash version, and the color flash version, and the color flash regular with glass lens. It's really a mouthful, but this goes through the different ideas on how to use such camera. Okay, it's not even a book. I thought it was. It felt like it. I guess not. So this is its big manual. But I know how to use these. But certainly there's some things in here that are worth taking note of. What else? We also have the... everything else is in this accessory bag. Alright, so in here we have... I don't know what this is. Oh, I'm just kidding. I know what it is. I don't know what I was saying. I'm kind of tired, so... yeah. So in here we have a lens cap. I thought it would be green, but oh well. We'll go over the camera lens like that. We have a strap for your said Holga. These would attach to the clips. Again, that can be proved to be unreliable. It will require tape. And one mask for taking vertical pictures, or pictures that are like kind of widescreenish in their own ways. But that's the mask. I'm assuming the other mask is already inside the camera. So we're going to go ahead and open the camera up. Oh, by the way, just so you know, if you wanted to know what this is, this changes the difference between you have 16 exposes on a roll or 12 exposes. This can differ depending on what kind of film you have. This is, if you put this in, then you need to switch it to 16 exposes, because the film is more squished and you get more rolls when you have it like this. Yeah. So, anyway, switch that back to what, 12? Go ahead and opening the back here, which is not easy. Thought I removed it. Strange. Oh, there we go. The inside is completely black. Here's the shutter system. It's just a little gear. And this kit right here can be removed. If this were the flash version, the battery contact circuit board would go down here, and the batteries would stick it on these sides. But there it is. There it is, and there's the take-up spool for the 120mm film. There's the little foam padding that rests the film on there, and the film advance knob works. But yeah, and that mask would go right here in place of this one if you were to choose 16 exposes on the film. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and this is bulb. See, the shutter would stay open. Alright. Oh. Alright, so the rest of the video now, we're going to be unboxing the rest of the items. This is going to be fairly quickly due to the fact I'm running out of space on the camera. And I may need to delete some things, so bear with me. So I'm going to have this, I'm going to set the camera up right here. Then we're going to have it sat in the background, and I'll be using it with any of the accessories that I'm going to be putting it on as a model for show. I do like the color of this. Green is my favorite. So putting on the lens cap, goes on there very snugly. The one that goes with the school borrowed Holga, that lens cap seems to not fit on so snugly. The tripod mount is there. It's all yeah, but again, it's metal, so it's not gonna break, and there's some surface wear, but it is a camera and I like it. There's the pass-through for that. So we're gonna have that set in the background. I'm gonna move all its manuals, put it in the box. Oop, I forgot to put the film mask back in. Hold on a second. Alright, I got the film mask back on. Because that really does fit snugly. On the school Holga here, the lens cap turns very easily, but this one I can't turn it to align the Holga logo correctly, so interesting. I'm going to put all of its accessories to take the trash that I don't need, and I'll stick it in my can for the trash. So that's the thing that held the camera in. It's just a shoelace thing. And there's the strap. Just in case you're wondering, the film that I use to take the pictures from school is this Arista film. I think it's Arista. Company is not very popular, but they do, and I think they're out of business. I really don't know. But there's a couple websites you can buy it from. The website where I heard about this camera and how to use it with that manual, the same site sells this film. But this is arista.edu. I don't know if that's an actual website, but this is 400 speed ISO and 120 film. If you look on my, my Flickr page, you can see some pictures of me not using the Holga, but using some SLR pictures. And in those pictures, I'm using Arista 35mm film. It's not the .edu version; it's just the regular Arista Premium. But later I'll be uploading some the test pictures I took with the school borrowed camera. Reason why it's going to take a while is because the developer and all that whatnot is at school, and well, I can't bring it home. So that'll be not until after Christmas, winter break for me. So here's the camera. We're just going to set it up back here. All right. Now we're moving on to the next part of the video where we talk about unboxing our 2 flash units. We have Holga Flash and this generic box. This is the Holga Flash. This is the 235B as stated on the box. I don't think that's right because on Amazon it was something else. But anyway, I will provide links in the video for where you can get all these accessories I said in the video and what their real names are. So this is the Holga Flash, and again, this is the generic box, but it actually shows the model number. This and here is the Holga 160S/MB120, and the MB is the mounting bracket for this flash, because this flash can also be used as a slave flash to the one built in, for example, like on the school camera. I guess we'll be also using the school camera as demonstrating some of the accessories, like this one, for example. But we'll start with this one. So right here is, I guess this is the most powerful and best flash you can get, like the regular standard flash. I mean, it is very interesting. But opening the box reveals the unit itself in bubble wrap. And here's the unit. It actually feels really good. Got something in my throat. Alright. Alright. So the flash really feels very nice in construction, and of course it's made in China. Everything in here, like this and that, are all covered in plastic, which I can peel off in the corner. This is the yeah, that's it. The model number is GN22, I believe. So yeah. Look at how thick that flash bulb is in there. It's very nice and big. Like I said, in photography, I didn't say it already in the video, but since I'm taking a vast interest in photography, I bought the camera because I was really interested, and it's a very inexpensive way to get a film camera for cheap. So here's the film thing. It has just plastic all over the place. It's covering all this stuff. But anyway, here's the controls for it. There you go. This is the controls, on and off switch, and the indicator to tell whether or not it's ready to flash. This is for, I forget what this is. We'll look in the manual. Supposedly there's a test button, but I don't see it. Unless this is the test button. I don't think so. It takes 4 AA batteries. I don't have any with me to test it out, but I can certainly show it in use some way. It also comes with the electronic generic flash manual. I guess that is the model number. The flash is 235B. That's a lot smaller than I thought. Just shows how to mount the battery, how to mount it on the camera. This is a master only flash. That means it can only be used as a master, I believe. But the other flash right here is a slave and master flash, so yeah. There's cautions and handling. And there's all these specs. Go ahead and pause the video so you guys can look at it. Alright, so that's the exposure settings. So yeah. I don't know where it's the so press the test button, excuse me, flip the on and off switch to on position. Humming sound will be heard. This is normal. That's the capacitor charging up, by the way. With the ready lamp will turn on in a few seconds. The unit is ready to flash. Press the test button, the flash will fire. If the flash has not been used for a few days, it is necessary to flash twice. In other words, exercise the flash when possible. When the batteries are weak, the time for a ready lamp light will take longer to light up. If the ready lamp fails to light up after 30 seconds, replace all batteries. Now it tells you how to mount the camera. Make sure this thing is off. Turn the locking ring all the way upwards. In other words, turn this device upwards. Wrong way. Turn it right here. Here it's upwards. It says that hold the flash unit close to its foot and slide the flash foot into the camera shoe until it stops. So you just slide that in there, and there you go, until it stops. What's the next thing to do? Tighten the locking ring until the flash securely locks into the shoe socket. So we're going to turn that down. So there you go. There is a very oversized flash on a very somewhat oversized camera. So yeah. What I like about the flash is it comes with this nice table on the exposure time, so that's very neat. Cautions when handling. Unit is not in use, always set the on-off switch to off position. Remove batteries from unit when it's not on for a long period of time. Do not attempt to repair unit as there is a high voltage circuitry and should be serviced only by proper trained personnel. Don't know where you can find that. Now this thing right here, also come in the box, is an important notice for exercising the flash every 5 to 6 months. For the capacitor mainly. And in the box also comes with this cable right here. I don't exactly remember what it's called, but according to this, it is called the synchro cord socket. I don't know if since this is a master and slave flash, I wonder if the slave flash could also hook up to this cord. I don't know if it'll fit because the slave bracket would go over this, and that's being blocked by this camera, so we'll see. So this synchro flash contains one of these. It looks like an extension cord pretty much. Here's your plug, and I believe it plugs into the side here, like so. I don't know where it'd plug into though. But I do know, since this is used as a standard shoe mount, I guess you can use it in a regular camera. So maybe, I don't know, that's what it could be used for. But yeah. But anyway, it says right here, the back, that this is the perfect accessory for the Holga. I wouldn't say perfect, nothing's perfect. Any Holga with a hot shoe mount. This flash will light up your subjects, fill in your shadows, and increase your picture sharpness. Features 6 guided number of 72. Recycles itself in 6 to 8 seconds. Perfect for the Holga's contemplative, or whatever, slowed down motif. Includes a locking ring to make sure it doesn't fly the coop while... Funny. I think that is a personification or a metaphor. It doesn't fly the coop while you're shooting. And a PC cord for use with other cameras. Requires 4 AA batteries, which is not included. So this synchro cord is called the PC cord, I believe. So that's interesting. Alright. So that is the Holga 35B flash. Sticking it its back in the box. Of course, I'll put everything back properly later, but I don't have a lot of time. Here we have the second part of the flash version of this video. It's the Holga 160/MB120. Right opening the box, we get the mounting bracket. This is the Holga MB120. And the flash itself. And we also get manual and another little paper. I wonder if that's the same warning thing. Yeah, that is the same warning thing. Again, recycle flash, or use it every 5 to 6 months. Recycling the flash. This is the manual on how to use said flash, and mounting bracket. All your important stuff. All that. This can be used as a slave flash for this camera, and as a main flash for this one, I believe. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at its slave function for this one. There's actually batteries in it since I've already opened this. So we're going to go ahead and, whoopsie, drop that. We're going to go ahead and slip on the main bracket. This pops on like that. Didn't get it on all the way yet. Wait, there we go. So that just slips on the viewfinder through that. And this is the main flash. You turn it on. Can hear it whine. I don't know if YouTube will be able to pick that up. There we go. The light turns on. Now, what makes this as a slave flash is when the camera is ready to take the picture, or what makes it a slave flash, it has one ready to take picture sensor on the front and a photoresistor thing on the front here too. So, if it senses a great amount of light coming from another light source, it'll immediately flash. So, in other words, if it senses light coming from this, which it'll immediately flash. And it's very synchronized. So just simply pop it on here. And by the way, this one doesn't come with any special markings. And it also has these light things you can put over it to change the color of the flash. That's what's also special about it, and that's the other reason why I got it. This takes 2 AA batteries, by the way. This one does not have the locking shoe mount, but it does have an obvious test button. So go ahead and turn the flash on. The capacitor in this one's a lot quieter than this, but this one's a lot quicker at loading. There we go. So when you're ready to take the picture, you aim it, and then go ahead, say Holga, and then so you can see the light on the front too. So you might want to shield your eyes, but alright, here you go. And if you didn't see it, this and that flashed at the same time. You can also tell because that light shut off too. But I also played around with this flash by using a regular flashlight. I just flashed it in front of it. It would automatically strobe on and off. So there you go. And that's the test of this thing operating on the a Holga with a built-in flash. I actually turned the flash off if you didn't notice. The capacitor is probably still running it. See, it's off now, but the light's still on. And the flash should not recharge. But here is the flash on a regular camera. I believe it should still work since it's also can be used as a master with the trigger. So you turn it on. See if it works. Oh, yep, it does. Using the flash button, this thing still works. Neat. I can't see the flash here because all these are being covered by these things, so it shouldn't be hurting my eyes. So that is the mini Holga 160S on my camera and the school's camera, using the school's camera having an adapter. But looking at that, can I plug this into the flash of that? Because there's a hole right here. I could, but it doesn't fit in there snug. It's a very odd port. It looks like generic, like it should be equipped with it, but it's not. But oh well. That is the flash. These are the flash unboxes. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to show you guys the specs for the flash for this one specifically. I believe it's in here. There it is. So you go ahead and pause the video for you guys to get a close-up of that. I know I probably have used a lot of time in this video already, but I got a lot of time. At the same time, I don't have a lot of time, so that is an issue. I think I put that. No, it belongs to that. Oh, we're gonna put the bags with the bags. Alright. Now for the lens portion of the video. We are dividing all this up into groups. We have your real good lenses. And you also have the lens holder that fit these lenses right here. And the camera cover lenses kind of things. So we're going to go ahead and get started with these. So this right here is the Holga 120 fisheye lens. 120 means that it supports only the 120 film cameras. You can also get this one for the 135, which is the 35mm version of the Holga. This says right here, Holga Access. I think the lens right here is blocking what should say accessories, due to the fact, if you compare that one says accessories, but if you block the "ores" part, it would say access. So it probably would have said accessories. Just noticed that. And by the way, these pictures are taken by real people, so yeah. This right here says this is the extreme wide angle lens, meaning that your images get stretched and then squeezed into circular frames. Results: wide bulges, exaggerated movement, and wide eye comments from your friends. This Holga 120 fisheye lens can only fit 120 Holga cameras. I believe you can get this for the glass version of this. I don't know. But I do know that I did test this out. I put the one that goes over the lens part of the lens. I put that over my eye and everything is bulged. But this actually does come with quite a few things. So opening up, we get the little tiny ubiquitous paper manual that I'm starting to notice. This is how to attach it. And they actually went through a lot of trouble to make this very nice packaging for this thing. And I'll show you in a minute. Here's the lens itself. There's actually a lens cover for the part that goes over the lens, and the part that goes, and the lens cover for the actual lens itself. We also actually get a bag, an actual carrying bag, with the word Holga on it, so that's very cool. I'll demonstrate that too, and that's it. Alright, so opening the bag, I think maybe I can put this lens over the camera, I don't know, we'll see. Opening the bag reveals the very nicely constructed and fueling lens. I will be getting the telephoto and the wide angle lens soon in the future. Each you can get for like 11 bucks. It's like funny, you can get a fisheye lens or a macro lens, for example, for like $10, but in real life it actually costs $250, which is pretty much the price of all this stuff, what I'm showing in this video combined. But anyway, this is the Holga lens. You pop it off, and there's the nice plastic fisheye lens. Yeah, I did remove the plastic, and there's a concave right here. If you don't notice it, it does look concave. And this part is what would go over the camera. So, let's see if I can line this up with my lens. Alright, that is actually very good. So here is the fisheye lens in action. I'm going to go ahead and stick a camera in front of it. Look at how big that lens is. And removing it shows, yeah, nothing. I guess this is considered wide angle, because you actually can see more around the camera. When you remove it, you only see the lens and not the background, but you put it back on, you can see everything including the background. So it's interesting. You can put it over. It doesn't stay on, but it goes over it pretty well. Now let me see if this lens cap is compatible with this one, because it comes with its own. I'm wondering if it's the same thing. So this is the one that comes with it. That one looks more matte than shiny, and this is the one that can go over it. Let's see, is really hard fit, but sort of can go over it. Oh, it requires some brute force, but I don't want to force it, but it can. So here again is the fisheye lens. Nothing more. It says made in China, QC pass. So since I'm going to be installing this, I'm leaving only the front cap on. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the install procedure for this. Opening this and put that over the existing lens, and there you go. You have your Holga fisheye lens installed, and then you just pop that off, and there's your fisheye lens. So here's the lens. I think you focus it to whatever you want to, whatever your subject is currently at. Which depends. Like, I want to take a portrait picture of someone's nose, so I'd set it to that. You can't see it, it's blocked, but you can eyeball it. But yeah, I do like the color of this. But anyway, that's the fisheye lens, and it looks very nice. Oh, that's really tight on there. But that is the nice lens, and you put your cap on to avoid damaging the part that goes over the lens. And crap, which one was it? I think this one goes to that. Yeah, I can tell if one doesn't fit, if the other is very hard to put on. Yeah, this belongs to it. Make sure that's on right. Yep. But there is your lens, and it goes in this nice Holga bag, which you just stick in right here. I think this is the nicest, most elegant accessory you can get for the camera, because it comes in such a nice looking bag. And the Holga logo is yellow. So I'll just stick it right here, and the box too. I think I put the manuals back in. No, I did not. Hold on a second. Can you hear the hard drive? Alright, so now we're on to our macro lens and close-up lenses. These come in generic boxes, but at least they decided to make the Holga look like the regular logo. So here we got the Holga macro lens set. It's a very thin box compared to the close-up. I'll tell you why in a moment. So this is the model number MLS-1 macro lens set. Good for taking close-ups on pictures. Like flowers. It's your typical macro lens. So it comes in this nice sort of plastic bag with a clip. It's 2 slots, one for both for the macro lenses. This one does 30 millimeters. I think that's about 1.2 inches. But if you put that on the camera right now, it'd be very blurry. That is unless I decided to put something very close up to it. So here is in action, putting something really close. So due to the camera's limitations, it's not going to be too easy to do that, but there we go. That's about 1 inch away. So yeah, that's the macro lens. That's the 30 millimeter macro lens, and these are of course convex lenses because they stick out and bulge. This is the 60 millimeter. I believe this is about 2 or 3 inches in view. This one's actually a lot more clear on my camera, but actually that is really clear. The camera is also focusing, just trying, but if you put that up about there, that is about a couple inches away, and it's sort of clear. But again, this is the best. This is it's like better on the Holga than on a camera, because I'm pretty much just putting it over the lens. And yeah. Alright, so here it is in action. I'm just going to take one random one and put it over. I'm going to take the 60mm, and you just pop it on over the existing lens, just like you do with the fisheye. And there you go. Then you have to set this to infinity. On right here, if you're wondering, this is the aperture setting for the camera. This changes it between, I think, f11 and f15 or something like that. So this is bright day, nighttime. Ooh, fail. I didn't fit it all in there. On my camera, on the borrowed from school one, this one is more, the slot for this one's more like bigger, so you actually can see the full end. So it's actually more loud. Yeah. So this is a lot newer, more robust compared to the school one, which has been in use probably much longer. So anyway, that's how it does it. Of course, you cannot put one of these things on the top. Oh, and by the way, if you wanted to use the filter holder with the fisheye lens, you cannot. I tried, it doesn't fit. And I believe you can do I don't know if you can do the filter holder with this. I think you can, but I'm not really sure. We might be able to try that out a little bit later in the video. Whoa, alright. So that is the macro lens. I keep saying micro. Alright, so anyway, that just slips back in the bag like so. And since we are going to be trying the lens filter out with it, I'm going to just stick it aside for now. Not done yet. There's still a couple more things in that box. Oh, I guess not. I think that's it. I thought there was a manual, though, that came with it. I guess I must have lost that manual. Or it must have slipped out somewhere and fell and whatever. Oh, well. I do think this one does come with it. Now we are on to the close-up lens set, model number CLS-1 Holga. Opening the box. Ow, that hurt. There's the manual. Reveals the camera bag, or not camera bag, is that it? Yep. But it reveals yet another set of lenses. I guess this is considered your zoom lenses on your Holga. Since the Holga doesn't have a zoom lever or knob, you use these lenses to increase your zoom. So this one does a distance of 500. The subject has to be 500 millimeters away for it to work the best, but that's the typical setting. As I just put it over the camera now, it doesn't really change when you look at. Everything's still clear. So this is about 19 inches. The subject has to be about 19 inches away from that. This is the 250 millimeter version. That goes over the lens like that. So I'm going to put something closer to it. I forget what this one is. Let me check. This one is about actually 9.8 inches. The subject has to be about 9.8 inches away from this lens for it to be very clear. And it does have to be exact, or else it will be blurry. Or at least within the inch mark. So these lenses are good for taking something like a little bit far away, not for macro kind of thing, but a little bit far away. So this one right here is the smallest. This is the 120 millimeter lens. This one, subject has to be, I think 5 inches away. Let me make sure. Subject has to be 4.7 inches away for it to work. So I think we're going to start to notice a very visual difference on the camera here. So sticking it on, oh no, it still looks fine. Again, the camera's adjusting to the focus, but again, 4 inches will look good on the camera. Alright. Oh, that fell off. Here is the macro lens, I'm sorry, the close-up lens on said Holga. So you just pop it on the same way. Make sure it's set to infinity before taking the picture. So there's your close-up lens on the Holga. And again, these are pretty much like zoom lenses. So you got your 500 millimeter, your 250 millimeter, your 120 millimeter, then you got your 60 millimeter for macro and the 30 millimeter for macro. So this is the manual. This manual is too also generic. It applies both for the macro and close-up lens. So there's your focal length numbers. This here is how to attach it. I already told you. I'll probably say down here for focus position. It says right here, the focus ring on the camera must be set for infinity. And there's some example pictures taken with the macro lens. This is the 30s and the 60s. So that is the unboxing for the close-up and the macro Holga lens sets. So now we're on our last couple lenses. We are on the last 3 boxes of lens plus a lens filter holder, which we're going to take a look at now. This is the Holga accessories lens filter and holder. In other words, it holds the filter, which is a lens pretty much. It actually doesn't really hold a lens anyway, because none of these are lenses. These are all filters. So this is another filter, and this is a filter. I think this is the closest you can get to a lens. But anyway, here's the box for the lens filter and holder. It's just a plastic toy, pretty much, or just a plastic thing that goes over the camera, no manual. That's it. It says right here that it is finally an easy way to use your filters with your Holga. The adapter slips easily over the lens of your Holga or Waka camera. Waka is what they used to call the Holgas before they called them Holgas. I think that was their 1981 version. That's what they called them. And they stay firmly in place. No glue, books, no tape needed. Did it say hooks? Oh, no hooks or tape needed. Specially designed for filters that slide easily into place, which are these. It says that they are sold separately. Photo by Michael Tolberg, which is this one right here. There's your barcode. So again, that's all you get. It's $7 for a piece of plastic, and it feels very good at that. Made in China, QC pass. And there's your Holga LAFH 120/135, which I believe means compatible with 135. So here it is. It just goes over the camera like this. You don't need to have it set to infinity to use it. It can be at any focus. It doesn't have to be exactly straight on. You can always turn it and whatever. So you just change it to the focus you're taking the picture at, and then it does the rest. Now my question is if you can use the macro lenses with geez, I'm worried about breaking this. There we go. It was on really tight. I wanted to see if you can use these with the lens holder. If it sticks out, then I'm not going to use it because it's going to scratch the lenses. So I'm using the ML60, testing it on. It does fit on there snugly, but it does stick out. And it sticks out a little too far for it to work. So it does fit on, but the problem is it's going to scratch your filters if you did that, and it will also scratch the lens. So yes, it does fit, but it will not work, at least not without proper modification. So there's your Holga macro lens set. Still can't find the manual. Guess I might have thrown it out accidentally. But then again, I can always use it from the close-up kit because it's the same manual. Anyway, so that's the Holga filter and lens holder. Again, that just goes over on the camera with any focal or focus you want. Alright, let's go down the list for filters. Here we are on our filters part of the video. This is the color filter set. This has got the bad reviews because the fact it does not fit as well as these two do. So it does not fit as snug. And again, it comes in the same kind of box. Comes with manual? No, it does not. But it does come with an information on the back. This set includes, these set includes red, yellow, blue, and green, which can adjust the contrast and tonality of your black and white image by darkening skies, changing skin tones, or creating bold, vibrant hues. Your photos must be used with the lens and filter holder, which is sold separately. Photo by Sherry Lee. I don't know if these photos are actually using the filter or whatever accessory you bought with it, so I don't know. Or is it just random pictures? But anyway, you get it in a plastic pouch. You get a green one. And I'm just going to go ahead and just slip one of these on. I'm not going to slip all of them. And that just slips onto the front like that, since the camera's green. And you can see it is very loose. And with the other filters, you'll notice that they're not as loose. You also get a blue. I will put them in the front of the camera. You slip that back on. You get a, what they say is yellow, which actually kind of looks orange to me. As you can tell on the camera, it looks orange. But mainly its bad reviews were for snugness on over the filter. So there's your green one in action. So that is your, this says it's mainly for contrast adjustment. Like on the enlarger, you have a switch that is the numbers, and you just turn it to the correct contrast to find which changes the color of the light for like darker or brighter images. So this is the color filter set, model number CFS 120 or 135. It just slips back in the box like that. No manual. This is the color soft surround, just the soft surround set. Holga accessories. ORIEs is actually kind of blocked, especially the OR-IE. Mainly the OR-IE is blocked. But it says right here, each filter has a clear center surround by a specially designed pattern that enhances the Holga's natural soft focus with vignetting. I forget, my father, I'm not saying the pronunciation right, I believe. But anyway, it says the set includes one red, yellow, blue, and neutral density filter. Must be used with the Holga lens and filter holder, which is in that area. It's actually next to me, never mind. It's right here, the box I meant was next to me. And photo by Sherry Lee again. Which looks like a calculator or a buttons thing. Yeah, calculators are percent. So this one's packed a little bit more nicer than compared to the other one. It's actually got these paper things around it. So you're just pulling one out. So here's our red one. As you can notice that there's like a dot thing going on with the red thing. I think that's what its effect can do. That's what it is over the lens. I'm going to go ahead and stick it over the camera as the example. So if you push it on there, you can tell it does not move as easily as the color filter set does. And that's what makes it have a better review. But I'm going to have that there as an example. So here we got your yellow soft surround and blue soft surround and your neutral filter soft surround, which is pretty much black with a hole in it. So yep, and some fit more snug than the others, but they all fit more snugly than the color filter set does. So there's your soft surround filter set. So sticking that aside. Now we're on to our last lens. What did this bag go to? Oh, I'm going to have fun looking for that. Alright, anyway. So here's our soft filter image set. Split image filter set. Accessories. It says right here, see the world in new ways with this 3-lens set that reminiscent of the cool 1960s era. Multiple image filters. Includes one 4-facet lens with center focus, one 3-facet lens vertical lens, and one 3-facet pyramid lens. Must be used with the Holga lens and Holga filter holder, sold separately. Photo by Francesca Di Leo. Made in China, of course. This is the thickest of them all. Comes in the same packaging. This is the Holga model number SILS 120/135. I don't know if I said the color filter set. No, well, yeah, I forgot to mention the model number for this one. The model number for the soft surround filter set is stated, of course, right here as the Holga SSFS 120/135, and that's the color filter set. And anyway, this is the Holga split image filter set, model SILS 120/135. So opening the bag reveals 3 big fat filters. Again, using one for example on camera. This is the, I believe, the 3-facet pyramid one. I'll put it over the camera so you can see how that works. As you can see, it creates 3 images side by side. It's pretty neat. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that on the camera right here. This one does fit very snug too, compared to the others. And there are, of course, more that fits more snugger than the others. But it, of course, fits more snugly than the color filter set. So this is the 4-facet one, I believe. Now this is the 3-facet vertical lens. I'm sorry, this is the 3-facet pyramid lens. What I just showed you was the 3-facet vertical lens, I believe. It's really confusing. And anyway, putting it on the front of the camera, you get 4 images. Very neat. What the heck? Putting that back in the bag. And our last one, it's reminiscent of the soft surround filter set. As for its hole, this creates like 4 things around it at the same time. This can be used to make 4 faces. I'm going to put the camera like that as an example. There it is operating. Well, that's pretty neat. You can do multiple faces. The face would go in the center, but the light around it can make it all different. So that's neat. So this is the 4-facet vertical lens with center focus. Whoop, I keep throwing everything on the ground. Alright, sliding that back in there. Alright. Putting that in there. Alright, so that is the unboxing for the image filters. That is the unboxing for the lens filters. And yeah. Alright, now we are unboxing the shutter release. We are not unboxing the film, but we will just be taking a brief look at it, and we're also getting to the Holgaroid 120 Holga film holder. At least that's not what it's called here, but when you look on the bottom, it says Holgaroid film holder, or just Holgaroid holder. So we're just going to be looking at the shutter release right now. It's a generic box, I guess. It says it's the model SRS 120 shutter release set for your 120 Holga 120. Holga in the corner. It's all Holga. It's genuine Holga. It says introduction. Says this kit is designed for specific usage with our Holga 120 series of Holga 120 series of to provide the means for connecting the camera to shutter release devices, such as a shutter release cable or an automatic shutter release timer. I'd like to look into that. With this kit, shaking of hands during extended exposure can be avoided. Automatic shutter release will also be possible when this is used in conjunction with automatic release shutter release timer. This kit is made up of the following: model SCC 120 shutter cord connector and model SC30 shutter cord, 30 centimeters in length, one piece. Introduction: put said cord connector over the lens of Holga 120 camera in the manner as indicated as in figure 1 below. Make sure that the shutter cord connector has been pushed in all the way and to cover the lens base and completely is touching the surface of the front of the camera. Attach the SC130 shutter cord by screwing it into the screw hole into the SC120 shutter cord connector in the way shown in Fig 2. So that's how you do it. So I'm going to just slide this open. We're just created with just 2 things. I think this shutter release uses the same idea as bike does, like bike brakes. Let's So here's how it supposedly says you do it. You just take your thing, your shutter release connector, you put it over the Holga like that, making sure it's pushed down all the way. That'll cover the shutter release. And then you take the shutter release cable, you screw it in to the top. There you go. To take the picture, all you do is just push it. There you go. Now you could hold it down and take a long exposure. You have to set it, make sure you set it to bulb. This is mainly for bulb and N. So this would be an example picture. This would be a good example for taking normal pictures. But here's the setting for bulb. It's hard to push. There we go. So now it's set it to bulb. Press and hold it. Take your long exposure. Or if you really are lazy, you take this, push down, and then you turn it like that, and it'll stay locked in. See, I'm not pushing down on it, the whole shutter's still open. So you can see light coming in. Here you can see the red light coming in from that the film indicator on the back. This device that indicates film. When you flip that switch, it will coordinate. Looks like it's compatible with both the N and the S model Holgas. The S model, I think its tripod mount, if it had one, was more to the side. This one's centered. But yep. And then if you're done exposing your film, just take it, you screw it the other way, and then you let go. And then bam, you're taking your picture, wind your film, and there you go. It's simple. And it doesn't feel... you can actually set this on the ground, and this cable won't really move the camera. It would be better on a tripod, but this cable is really flexible. And I do recommend it as one of those good accessories to get for your camera when it's one of those accessories you should get if you want to take long exposures. That's a recommended accessory. And then put it away, just unscrew this, remove that, and that's it. Alright, and that, dang it, I always put that thing on wrong. There's no right or wrong way to put the filter, or not to put the lens cap on, but I prefer putting it on properly. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. You just put your filter back in here. Typical. This is, I think, the only accessory that comes in this kind of box that I got. So there you go. Alright, and then we'll be taking a look at the instant film holder for the Holga 120, produced by A-Power. And then there's some text writing, I think in Japanese, I believe. This is a Japanese accessory. Here's my writing. It says Holgaroid add-on for Holga 120N. This I got as a Christmas present, by the way. Everything else I purchased with my own money. This is the Holgaroid holder. That's what they call it. And this is the film it comes with, or not comes with, but you can get. This is the color version. They also make the FP3000B, I think, and that's black and white. But it's $20, double the price for this. I actually got this as a 5-pack from my grandparents. So I got this and this. This is actually the most expensive accessory. It's about $130 for this whole thing right here. But the film color, just a box, is $10 roughly on Amazon. But then the black and white version, which I don't have, is $20 for a single cartridge. Then you can get a 5-pack for the black and white, which is $100 on Amazon. But then you can get a 5-pack for the color on Amazon for only $50. So it's double the price for black and white. It's kind of funny because usually black and white is the lower end model. But black and white film is really expensive. And I already have 4 right here. I've already used one to test it out. But this isn't your average Polaroid style film. It's actually these pull tabs. You pull out, you take your picture, then you just pull it out from the opening on the side. I'll do a more in-depth video perhaps someday. I'll do more of a review. Probably Sunday. Someday, not Sunday. We're going to go ahead and open it now. So this unit allows you to take instant film, this Fuji instant film, with your Holga camera. And it is a very big unit. It's the most expensive unit you can buy. It requires this lens. I don't believe you can use this with, like, filters, I don't think. I don't know. I should check if that can use filters, like the third-party filters. I should check. Because if it doesn't, then that kind of stinks. You won't be able to check it out without modification. It just goes over the front bezel like that. This is called the self-correcting lens. It just pops right on there. It looks to me like the circle part is very same, if not similar. It could work. But so here's the corrective lens. The corrective lens, I don't really know what it does, but it surely ensures that it'll work. Just to make sure that it works, the corrective lens fits on with all the other lenses. Want to make sure. Let's see if a fisheye lens will fit over it. Uh-oh. No, it does not. Fisheye lens does not fit on the camera. I was worried about that. Alright, maybe taping it on there, it might fit. I don't know if the picture will come out right. I don't know if you can take pictures. I don't know. Well, that's a disappointment. I'm going to take test pictures. We'll see how they come out. At least the lens cap that comes with the camera itself fits on the third party. Alright, so unfortunately, no compatibility there. Can we at least do the Holga lens filter? It would suck if this one doesn't work either. Ah, why don't they fit? Alright, so bad news. Sorry, I didn't show you guys. So, saying this one does not fit, neither does this. So maybe unless I had, what the heck? It's like so irritating. Unless I maybe taped it on, I could. Or maybe just stuck it on with the rubber band. It would work, but it's not staying on. So it's disappointment. Tested. You cannot fit these or the lenses over the Holga film itself. The Holga camera. That's a little irritating. But nevertheless, it's a good accessory. Anyway, let's continue unboxing. So we got our corrective lens on. So next what you do is you have to, what is this? That's a random bag I forgot. Anyway, now you pull out the unit itself, and it comes out of this box like so. Yes, it's a very big unit and most expensive, of course. So here is your, this is the, what you call it, the film frame. Whoops. This is the frame that allows you to take the instant film pictures. And this is the unit itself. Yeah. So here's how you do it. To set it up, you have to pop off your Holga. Like so. There you go. Put the lens cover over the corrective lens so I don't break it. There we go. So then you gotta pop off the old, lens cover frame. Then you pop on your new one. Oop. Then you pop on your new one. This can be equipped with the camera either with or without battery, because it's got the cutout for the battery. So then you take your said device and you stick it on like this. There you go. And you close it with the hinge. And there you go. You just made your Holga a lot more big. Now, because of this, the viewfinder has been blocked completely. To fix that, you open this. This is your new viewfinder. Look at how massive that thing is. It's so huge. It's a big accessory. And, no, it's not. It is very large. And there you go. That's what it takes to allow you to take this kind of film with your Holga. Now, I suggest you hold on to this, your back plate, and your film frame so you can take 120mm film with it again. This is not a permanent accessory, thankfully. So, yeah. and then you just pop off your lens cap and you take your pictures. Now with this film, since it's 100 ISO film, it's going to take about 10 seconds to develop at a current light setting like this, for example. So it takes a while. But the development times vary depending on the temperature. Temperature in my house is usually at about 68 degrees at this time of season, and so it takes about 2 minutes to develop. So basically, what I could do, and this is a good reason to get the this device, I could stick this on the camera, and you have to take long exposures with this module, or at least with this kind of film, or it won't work. So it makes sense to get this. But it is frustrating that I can't use the accessories without modifying it. Like, I was mainly going to probably be using Polaroid film anyway, but I think I can do it with some special modification. So here's how it works. I'm going to open the back up. So basically, you put your film in. I believe you goes in right here. I've already taken a roll anyway. So you put your film here, and then you just close it. Take it, and when you're closing it, you gotta make sure these tabs are sticking out at the bottom. So then you pull out this big thing, and that's when you can start taking your picture. You take your first picture, and before you do, you need to remove this, and that's like the safety, pretty much. Now you could stick it in the sleeve if you want to, but I recommend that you be holding on to it when taking the picture, because you want to immediately slide that back in, so to avoid damaging your picture. But anyway, you pull it out, you stick it on the back, and then you take your picture. And then when you're done, you close your thing, close the flap back in, then you just pull on the thing, and then as you pull out, this actually film comes out, and it's a little tab. The thing will rip out, and then the little tab you pull out will rip out, and then you pull out the actual film. I am going to be doing a much more thorough review for this much later in the future, and you'll get an idea of how it works. The problem is the film is really expensive to buy, and yeah, I don't want to waste it, so yeah. But here is the so here's what it looks like when you remove that back thing. So that's just a direct access into the camera, nothing special. Now when the pictures come out, it comes out as a square image, because these Fujifilms, they're actually wide. They're wide, they're not like square. Since they're wide, it's more centered on one side of the film. So pretend this is the film. The film is going to be right here, and there's just going to be a black part right here. So because of that, yeah, it can be an issue. So just to disassemble it, you just put that down like I did, and then you open that, you remove your accessory, then you make sure you got that cap on, remove your filter frame, put the old one back in, there we go, stick on the back panel, close it, and there you got your camera reassembled. You got to put this away still. You just put it back in your bag. Forgot to look at the manual. I'll show you the manual before we go. You just stick your thing back in the bag. Then you put your filter. Oh, that's what that bag belonged to. Alright. So you just stick your filter back in. Not your filter, but your frame. Back in the bag, if you can. I don't remember this actually came with the frame. Oh well. And then you remove your corrective lens. Forgot to do that. If you can. Since this is a new camera, it's impossible. There we go. You put it back in its own bag. Nothing protective over it all. But oh well. So then once you got that back in the bag, you just put it back in the box or wherever. Close your box. Right? And then you put your film cap on if you want. As for the manual, here is the manual. There I can tell you my example. That's what I was referring to with the square image. That's what the format does, image area. It supports the FP100C, which is what we have here. FP100B, which I think is the same thing, same ISO speed, but black and white. FP400B, 400 ISO perhaps, black and white, and then FP3000B, which is the common one I can find on Amazon. That's the only two I can find. FP100C and FP100C and FP3000B. So the only two I can find most commonly on Amazon. But yeah. And this goes through how to install it. Now, it was a little bit of a pain in the butt to install. I mean, the instructions sort of helped, but it wasn't very easy. But the funny part is, if you look closely on the unit, it says Polaroid on it. I didn't think ever Polaroid made accessories for Holga. It's like they're two different camera companies. But this one just says Holga on it. It doesn't say Polaroid. It says right here that this is an instant film holder for your Holga 120 series that can accommodate film format 8.5 by 10.8 centimeters. However, you cannot take full frame image, which is that example right here. That's how it comes out. I've taken a few. Alright. Completely forgot to stick that back in the box. Fail. There we go. And for the film that I'm mainly using it is the FP100C by Fujifilm Professional. It's about $10 on Amazon anyway, like I said. It develops between temperatures, according to the chart, between temperatures of 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius at 270 seconds. And at 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit, it would only take 60 seconds to develop film. I believe the black and white film is much more faster development time. I read on the box it was like 60 degrees Fahrenheit for like 15 seconds. But, yeah. Again, they make a black and white version. I believe it's the Fujifilm FP3000B, I think. And I think this part's like blue or something. But, yep. Once you've used all 10 rolls up, there's only the cartridge left, which is very, very cheap plastic. You just throw it out when you're done, and that's it. Made in good old Japan. It's the funny part is it shows the US, but no Japan, unless that's Japan right there. Alrighty, people. Thank you for watching my unboxing of my new Holga 120N and all my other stuff. Again, because I'm taking photography in high school, I as well have a camera, and these are very not reliable, but they make very great pictures. So thank you for watching, people. I will see you in the next one. Subscribe if you like. Please like the video if you liked it, or dislike if you didn't like it. But again, thank you for watching. Again, I just squeezed this all into one video because I just didn't feel like making one single video for every part I get. But so yeah, I will probably be getting more in the future, like the telephoto lens and the wide angle lens. Those are the two special ones I want to get it. I'm gonna try taking some test pictures with all my new accessories. The Fujifilm. As for the filters, I need to figure out how to stick those on without damaging it. I think maybe some tape around this part should do the trick for both items. But yeah, thank you for watching, people, and I'll see you in the next one. And stay tuned for the final complete PC build video. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Leave a comment below if you have one.